Hello dear students, I am once again in front of you in biology class, and the topic of today's class is chromosomal theory of inheritance. As you know, we are doing the chapter principles of inheritance and variation, under which today we are going to study about the chromosomal theory of inheritance. As the Mendelian discovery suggested that the genes which were called factor by the Mendel, that those factors, Mendelian factors or genes, are the unit of inheritance, and they transmit from generation to generation and also carries the character from one generation to the next generation. Mendelian work was around the period of 1856 to 1863 when they proposed that important thing that genes are the unit of inheritance. But after 1900, the two famous scientists Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri proposed a very important theory regarding inheritance, and that theory was known as the chromosomal theory of inheritance. In this theory, these both scientists, Sutton and Boveri, combine their findings as well as the Mendelian discovery regarding genes. And after combining those Mendelian discoveries as well as their new findings, they proposed the new theory which is known as the chromosomal theory of inheritance. So this theory was proposed by the group of two scientists named as Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri in 1902. After their findings, a very great scientist who done a remarkable job in the field of genetics, T.H. Morgan or Thomas Hunt Morgan, confirmed their findings through his experiment, through his practicals on the fruit fly Drosophila melanogaster, and he proved that the theory of Sutton and Boveri was absolutely correct. During his experiment, T.H. Morgan also proved lots of other things like linkage, crossing over and recombination, which were very important in the field of genetics. So, chromosomal theory was proposed by Sutton and Boveri in 1902, and it was confirmed by the Thomas Hunt Morgan by his experiment on fruit fly or Drosophila melanogaster. So, what is chromosomal theory? As up to 1900, it was everyone was convinced that genes are the things which carry the characters from generation to generation. But according to chromosomal theory, genes are located at specific loci or place on the chromosome, and it is the chromosomes which segregate and assort independently during gamete formation and recombine at the time of fertilization. So, in this theory, one more thing is added, that the genes, those genes are important. They control the characters and they also carry the characters from one generation to next generation, but those are located on a specific character structure, and those structure are nothing else, those are chromosomes. So Sutton and Boveri explained that the genes which are the unit of inheritance, those are located on a specific structure, and those structure are known as chromosomes. They separate and segregate at the time of gamete formation, and again they are recombined at the time of fertilization in the zygote structure. So in his theory, genes are also important, but those are located in chromosome. These things was proved by the Sutton and Boveri by their findings. So chromosomes which are important, they are present in the specific place in a cell which is called nucleus, and on chromosome genes are present which control different characters. Besides this, there are some main points and important points which I will explain you here. So the main points of this theory are these. The number one point of chromosomal theory is gametes transmit hereditary characters from one generation to another generation. Gamete, as in case of human being, transmit the characters from one generation to another generation. And the second point, nucleus is the site of hereditary characters. Inside the gametes, nucleus is the structure. As we know, gametes are nothing else, these are the haploid cells, and at the center of the gametes, a structure is a small structure or a small space is present which is called nucleus, and that nucleus is the site of hereditary character, or it means the chromosomes are situated on the nucleus or inside the nucleus. The third important point is chromosomes as well as genes are found in pairs. As Mendel suggested, and after the Mendel's various discoveries said that Mendelian factors or genes are present in pairs, always present in pairs, saying that chromosomes are also present in pairs. So chromosomes as well as genes both are present in pairs. The two alleles of a gene pair are located on homologous sites on the homologous chromosome. This is the next point, that alleles, as we know, alleles are the alternative forms of a gene. Genes are present in pair, and the alternative forms of a particular gene is called alleles. So the two alleles are of a pair are located on homologous sites on the homologous chromosomes. So, homologous chromosomes means the two chromosomes which are identical in size as well as staining as well as gene composition are called homologous chromosome, and out of a pair of homologous chromosomes, one is received from the father and one is received from the mother by an organism. So the alleles of a pair of genes are located on those on specific sites of homologous chromosomes. The last and important point of the chromosomal theory is during anaphase first. Anaphase is what it is. It is one of the phase of meiotic cell division. Meiotic cell division is that type of cell division in which reductional division takes place and gamete formation takes place. So during anaphase, separation of homologous chromosomes takes place. Meiosis is the process through which gametes are formed. Meiosis process takes place in two phases, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and anaphase 1 is the one of the state of meiosis first. Anaphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase are some of the process. So out of those, during the anaphase process, the homologous chromosomes separate out or separation of the homologous chromosome takes place, and in this way the genes, the alleles are separate out and transferred to different gametes. So these are the main points of chromosomal theory which was proposed by Sutton and Boveri in 1902. Now next I will show you that what is the comparison or what is the similarity between chromosomes and genes or Mendelian factors. So these are some similarities between genes and chromosomes, as genes or Mendelian factors are proposed by Mendel and chromosomal theory was proposed by Sutton and Boveri. So there is some similarity or some common points between genes and chromosomes, and what are those points? Number one point, both transferred from generation to generation, mean without any change, means genes and chromosome both are transferred from one generation to another generation without taking any change in it. Second point, both occur in pairs in diploid cells. As you know, diploid and haploid. Haploid means in which the chromosome number remains half, and diploid in which the chromosome number are complete or doubled. In case of human being, in diploid cells the chromosome numbers are 46, and in haploid these are in 23 numbers. So genes and chromosomes both are present in pairs in diploid cells. Next similarity, both segregate during gamete formation. When gamete formation takes place, both genes as well as chromosomes are separate out. From a pair, one pair goes any one gene or any chromosome is received by a gamete. independent assortment. So both genes as well as chromosomes follow the law of segregation and law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment is based on dihybrid cross, and law of segregation is based on monohybrid cross. So both genes as well as chromosomes follow law of segregation and law of independent assortment. So in this video today we covered the chromosomal theory of inheritance and the similarity between genes and chromosome. I hope you understand both the things very well. And you will have to make the notes on these on this topic, and you will continue your study. I will come in front of you with next topic, with next video. Till then, do your study as you are doing. Thank you.